Thank you all so much. I'm sort of in that awkward position. I have to do the last talk. I know you want to leave, but I'm hoping you want to stay because, it's the last time I talk.
We love you. We love you.
Oh, thank you. I love you all too. I've timed this. It's about 7.5 minutes, just to give you a little indication.
And if you want to leave now.
Yeah, if you want to leave now. Yeah. Well, first of all, I just want to say thank you all. It's been an incredible evening, and so now I'm adding a little bit more. I'll thank you again at the end.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to share a little bit. When I was a junior faculty member at DePaul in the 1990s, there became a custom that retiring faculty would give something called the last lecture. And sometimes the lectures would be about their disciplines and what they loved, and sometimes they focused on what they had learned as a person, or about how to be a better person, or how to treat people. And as you know, at the end of July, I am retiring from FCE, and most likely from full-time employment. Market, please stop fooling around. The last lecture at DePaul gives me an opportunity to think about retirement, and provides me an opportunity to reflect on what I believe and what I think is important. So there's 3 things I've learned that I want to share with you. First and foremost, I've really learned to appreciate the people who come into my life. For the most part, I have been incredibly blessed to meet people who've supported my academic, my professional, and my personal development. These people, the teachers, mentors, colleagues, and friends, have opened doors for me. Doors that were and still are closed to too many young people of color. They're closed to too many first-generation students, and they're closed to too many low-income families. I was able to attend Milton and Williams and Stanford because people like you cared enough about opening doors to first open their hearts and then open their wallets to make sure that the doors stayed open for me. So for more than 40 years, I've tried to repay that generosity by striving and sometimes fighting to make sure that as many deserving young people as possible could have access to the tools that will enable them to have a successful life. But even the people I found challenging, the ones who don't find me charming or funny or smart, taught me something. And any day you learn something is a good day. So while I don't want to have tea with them on a regular basis, I appreciate the gifts they've given me. A second thing I've learned is that progress is a spiral. This year I turned 62, and like many of you in this room, I'm old enough to remember the enormous challenges that those who came before me had to overcome in their quest for success and fulfillment. My father fought in World War II while being denied most of his citizenship rights at home. My older cousins were part of the civil rights movement, sitting in and marching for voting rights. And there was always palpable fear in my family that my brother, who had enlisted in the Army at 17, would receive orders for Vietnam. I was 11 when Martin Luther King was assassinated, and I remember looking out of our apartment window in Boston to see police in full riot gear standing in riot formation. No riots occurred in Boston that evening, but our TV screen was filled with images of other cities erupting in the pain and anger of that moment. Today, once again, or more accurately, we still have to work to ensure that all Americans have their voting rights protected, and to provide a place for young people in America, regardless of where they're born or their current zip code. And our youth, once again, today even, are taking to the streets to assert their humanity and their right to be safe in their schools and in their homes and in their communities. Of course, we have made progress. At the beginning of the evening, you heard Jose list the colleges where FCE students have been admitted. That's progress, tremendous progress. And it is our obligation to continue to do the work to ensure that, as Dr. King stated, the moral arc of the universe bends towards justice. Finally, I've learned that each of us is important, but not indispensable. I've been having a lot of conversations with people about my retirement and how FCE will be different once I'm gone. For our students and our parents, their day-to-day interactions with FCE should be the same. Our staff is extremely talented and deeply committed to their work. I am confident that they will continue to deliver programs and services with the high quality that they've always shown. Others have asked, am I worried that donors may stop giving because I'm leaving? I really don't worry about that. So many FCE donors have been giving for such a long time, some since the very beginning of the organization. They don't give because they support the person sitting in the ED chair. Our donors give to support our middle school students like Luis and Emily, building a popsicle bridge that can hold the weight of an adult. Our donors support Armand, whose tutor helps him understand geometry. They give to support the student retaking the SAT to get a higher score, and to support Evelyn and Jose, leaving California for the first time to look at colleges on the other side of the country. FCE donors give to support Diana, trying to become part of a campus community that doesn't reflect her culture or her experiences, but does hold out the possibility of helping her meet her aspirations. They give to support the students juggling school and a part-time job to pay for books. And they give to support the student in his 6th year of college who persists until he graduates. So no, the FCE donors don't support the person sitting in the ED chair or the board president chair or any staff chair. Each of us on these chairs has been and continues to be important, but we are not indispensable. FCE donors support the outstanding students you met earlier this evening and the nearly 200 students who've come before them. I probably won't get the chance to speak with each of you before I retire, so let me take the opportunity to say a collective thank you for your ongoing support and commitment to FCE. Each of you has supported me in many different ways, but more importantly, you've supported our students and our families. Thank you for giving me the chance to do the work that I love for the last 11 years. Now, obviously, I didn't love every day of the 11 years, but I have loved being part of an organization that has impacted so many lives. Because of your tremendous support, doors to higher education are opening for FCE students, and they are walking through, and they are attending college, and they are graduating. We all know that the dream of attaining a college degree and living a better life lives on in our current students and the ones who will come after them. With each student who graduates from college, the moral arc of the universe bends a little more towards justice. Thank you for being part of making the world a little more just.